Good morning, everybody. Hoop back again. I'm gonna do some real simple breakfast burritos this morning, or at least that's what we call them. Basically, just sausage and egg, and on a flour tortilla with some green onion in them, little cheese on top, and maybe some salsa. And it's just a real good eat. And as I say around here, it'll eat. Thank you, and we'll talk to you in a little bit. Okay, folks, we're going to get started cooking here. We're going to start with our sausage. I just use regular country sausage. I like Owens. It's just my personal preference. There's all kinds out there. Jimmy Dean's good. There's some, local brands that are pretty good too. It's just I've always liked Owens best, and that's what I stick with. I've even made my own and still like Owens better. So it is what it is. We're going to get this sausage kind of all browned up. One thing I want to mention here is that when I first started on this griddle, I made mistakes. The biggest mistake I made was I tried to cook too hot. And I think a lot of people probably do. You get a new griddle and you fire it up full heat and you throw that on there and you hear that roar of the crowd, as they say, from the sizzle. And it just it makes it harder to cook because it's too hot. Stuff's cooking too fast. It's sticking. It's not. You're moving fast, trying to keep stuff moving to keep it from burning. And so, like I said, turn it down. I very rarely cook above medium heat. That's the only time I ever get up to in the high range is if I'm searing steaks. Simple as that. Again, I've added in my go-to favorite when I use chive or green onion, whatever, is these freeze-dried, these little freeze-dried chives that you can buy in the grocery store. It's so much easier to store. You don't get cut up green onions in your refrigerator that you leftovers, and you stick them in your refrigerator and they get slimy. And so I just use these freeze-dried ones. You put it in the food, cook with it a little bit. It'll absorb the moisture and release the flavors. It's probably not quite as potent as fresh, but you know what? Work easy, not hard. Okay, this sausage is just about ready to add the egg to it. Before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and turn this heat down to really, really low. You don't want those eggs to cook too fast, burn, whatever. It doesn't take them long. I'm going to turn it down to low for a second. And I normally, with a pound of sausage, usually put 6 eggs in it. I happen to have 7 left in the carton, and I didn't want a single egg left by itself, so I went ahead and just put 7 in here. It doesn't really matter. Just get that kind of stirred around real good. Alright, we're going to flip them there one more time, let them kind of get one last little cook through. And I believe these babies are about ready. Yes, sir. It's a real handy little tool. I use it all the time whenever I'm cooking stuff that chicken fried rice, something like that. Anything you need to pick up a large loose parts of it. Works real good. Okay, folks, we're going to go ahead and cook some tortillas. It's just going to be my wife and I, so I'm going to just cook 4 of them. I like these Michiendas. They're uncooked flour tortillas. You get them at H-E-B. There's other brands out there. This seems to be the best that we've had. Just for our taste, they work perfectly. And we're going to this griddle top is set at I've got it on low right now. It's been sitting on low the whole time I've been cooking. These things are going to cook pretty fast on here. But just watch them close and let them roll. real important to have a good seasoned surface on your griddle. I can't stress that enough. Go ahead and turn these burners off. They're going to finish cooking them. This thing will stay hot enough to finish them cooking. Got one little area here. I'm going to have to put a little more oil on here and let it kind of get me a little surface. Those eggs are kind of tough on your finish. You have to be real careful with them. They'll stick and leave a crust and all that. And they're done. Nice little tortillas there. And we're gonna go have some food. Thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate you. Subscribe, leave me a comment, whatever you want to do. And thanks for joining in.